Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving deep into the massive shift that's happening in the world of finance. It's a full-blown revolution, and it's all being driven by one of the most powerful technologies of our time, artificial intelligence.
Let's just start with a number, shall we? One that really sets the stage for everything we're about to talk about. $1 trillion. Now, that is a number so huge it's almost hard to wrap your head around, but what it represents is crystal clear.
That is the estimated value that AI could unlock for the global banking industry every single year. But listen, this isn't just about making more money. A $1 trillion opportunity like this means we're talking about a fundamental rewiring of an entire industry. It's going to create a whole new set of winners, and it's going to leave a lot of others behind.
So, to really understand why this revolution is kicking off right now, we first have to look at the problems, the really deep-seated issues that AI is actually here to solve. I mean, let's be honest, for decades, the financial industry has been just bogged down by these operational bottlenecks. And we're not talking about little hiccups here. These are systematic problems that create huge delays, they drive up costs, and they frustrate pretty much everyone, from customers to the employees themselves.
And when you look at the specifics, you really see just how bad it is. I mean, can you imagine if half of your team's time was spent just on reporting, or that the compliance process is so manual and clunky that it's just riddled with errors, or that your risk models can't even keep up with fraud as it's happening? These aren't just minor inefficiencies. These are deep cracks in the foundation, and that's exactly where AI is stepping in.
Okay, so let's get to the solution that's changing the whole game. And we're not just talking about the kind of AI you might be used to. We're talking about something new, something much more powerful. This idea of an AI agent is absolutely crucial to understand. We're making a leap here. We're moving beyond AI that just analyzes data or, answers a question. We're talking about AI that's built to actually do things, to take action and manage entire workflows on its own. It's less like a tool and more like an autonomous digital worker. And the impact is just immediate. Remember that compliance burden we were just talking about? Well, these AI agents can now automate 91% of those routine checks. Think about that. It frees up your human experts to focus on the really complex, high-stakes cases where their judgment actually matters.
And then there's risk management, another huge one. The improvement here is staggering. AI systems are showing a 200% improvement in fraud detection accuracy. They're catching sophisticated threats that the old, rule-based systems would have completely missed.
But for you, the customer, the change is just night and day. AI can speed up loan processing by up to 70%, a process that used to take weeks of painful paperwork and just waiting can now be done in minutes. That's a revolutionary jump in customer experience.
And this transformation, it isn't just happening in one little niche. It is everywhere. Just look at the value scores here. You've got perfect 10 out of 10s, not just for fraud detection, but also for robo-advisors in wealth management and for automating insurance claims. Even complex areas like investment banking and corporate credit are seeing massive value. Literally, no part of finance is being left untouched by this.
So what happens when a technology this powerful hits an industry? Well, it redraws the map. It's creating a brand new competitive battlefield, and there's a really clear divide opening up between the old guard and the new. What's so interesting here is the strategic split that you can see. On one side, you have the big traditional banks. They're using AI, but they're being cautious, focusing on fixing internal problems. And on the other side, you've got these nimble fintechs, and they are going straight for the customer, pushing out AI-driven apps that are all about personalization and a great user experience. And you can see this playing out with the big guys. Take a giant like JP Chase. They are leveraging their incredible scale. They've built their own in-house AI platform, and they already have over 400 AI use cases up and running. Their Coin platform, for example, analyzes legal documents, get this, 360,000 times faster than a human lawyer. That's just mind-boggling. But then, on the other side of this battlefield, you've got the disruptors. A company like Zest AI isn't trying to do everything. They are laser-focused on solving one big problem, credit underwriting.
They can increase loan approvals by 25% without taking on more risk. And, this is so important, they're showing that AI can actually make lending fairer, which is a powerful answer to some of the biggest fears about this technology. Now, if we zoom out to the global picture, this chart tells a very clear story. The United States is just dominating private investment in AI right now. They're pouring in more money than China, the EU, and the UK combined. And that investment gives them a huge head start in developing the core tech that's powering this entire revolution.
Okay, so this all brings us to the most practical question of all, right? With this new reality taking shape so quickly, what's the playbook? How can a financial firm not just survive this, but actually come out on top?
For a big incumbent bank, the path forward is pretty clear. They have to use their size as an advantage, centralizing their AI talent. But they also have to start thinking like a fintech. That means upgrading their ancient data systems, partnering with those very disruptors who are challenging them, and really focusing on projects that will give them quick, measurable wins. But here's the key. There is no one-size-fits-all strategy here. What works for a giant like Chase isn't going to work for a regional bank. For them, it's about using cloud-based AI to specialize in their local market. For fintechs, it's about being built on AI from day one. And for investment firms, the real edge is going to come from using those AI agents we talked about, using them to find patterns in data that no human could ever spot alone.
You know, all this talk about technology and strategy, it's completely meaningless without the right people. So for this last section, let's focus on the most important element in this entire revolution: you. How does this new AI era change a career in finance?
This number, well, is pretty stark. 54% of jobs in the banking sector are at high risk of either being eliminated or significantly changed by AI. That's the highest of any industry out there. It is a seismic shift for the workforce. But here's the other side of that coin. This huge disruption is also creating immense opportunity. The future belongs to what we're calling the hybrid professional. That's someone who can blend deep financial knowledge with AI literacy. It means learning things like prompt engineering and understanding the basics of machine learning. We're seeing whole new career paths open up, where risk managers become AI model validators and operations managers become intelligent automation leaders. And really, this brings us to the ultimate takeaway. The future of finance isn't about replacement. It's about partnership. It's not about humans versus machines. The real goal is to augment human intelligence, to free people up from all the routine stuff so we can focus on what we do best: strategy, creativity, and building real client relationships. So look, this shift isn't coming. It's already here. And the window to make a strategic move is getting smaller every day. The companies and the people who act decisively, who really embrace this collaboration between human and machine, they're the ones who are going to define and lead the future of finance. So the only question left is, are you ready?